Alright, so in today's episode we're going to conquer the rust on the floor in the rear of the bus. First thing that we did was clear as much rusted metal as possible with the grinder and hammer. So we cleaned it up by vacuuming, cut out any of the areas that were too weak, and then welded the first patch. Then all the surface rust had to be ground down and cleaned. As you can see, there was a lot of dust, so wear a mask if you're doing this. My goal for the whole project was to clear out as much rust as I could, cut out and replace what was unsalvageable. I did find that a crowbar and a hammer worked great for getting chunks of rust off, so that's what this pounding is doing. Grinding down all this rust, which means I need really, really good filters. This one is obviously spent, so I picked up some new ones and I'm going to be swapping them out. New versus old. And then this is what it should look like right before you do paint. Then it was back to Graham's shop for the other wheel well. Similarly, we ground down and cleaned the area we were replacing. This time though, we riveted, and were able to completely finish both wheel wells in the time that it took us to weld one hole. Lastly, I painted the areas with a rust-converting enamel that's supposed to convert rust and protect. After doing this job for a few months now, my advice on how to patch rust has changed. Initially, I thought, go with welding. It's great. It's going to be fantastic. After doing that, I would say go with riveting. It is sweet, it's easy, it's simple, and it still is pretty solid. If you do a rivet job right, it'll last a good long while and you'll have a solid floor. If you're tackling a job like this though, be prepared. It's going to be tough, it's going to be frustrating, but you can do it and it's incredibly rewarding once it's done. Lastly, wear a mask. It sucks to not breathe. Rust dust gets everywhere. I still feel like I'm covered in rust dust, and God knows how many freaking showers I've taken. Wear your mask. Next episode is going to be looking into the front and rust treating the front. Hopefully no holes.